Imagine waking up each day feeling like you're trapped beneath the crushing weight of self-doubt. The dreams you've carried for so long seem just out of reach, always one step too far. You ask yourself, am I truly capable of greatness? Can I rise above these fears and become the person I was meant to be? But what if I told you that the doubts you cling to are nothing more than illusions, fleeting thoughts that do not define you? What if they were not a reflection of your limitations, but rather a challenge waiting to be conquered? Buddhism teaches us to observe our thoughts without attachment. The mind produces endless waves of ideas, but we are not obligated to believe every single one. Doubt is no different. When it arises, you don't have to fight it, nor do you have to surrender to it. You can simply recognize it for what it is, just another passing moment, a small ripple in the vast ocean of your consciousness. The more you detach from these doubtful thoughts, the weaker they become. They lose their grip on you. And in that space of detachment, you find clarity, strength, and the freedom to move forward. Doubt thrives in scarcity. It feeds on the belief that success is limited, that opportunities are scarce, and that only a select few can truly achieve their dreams. This mindset creates a battlefield where every victory for someone else feels like a loss for you. It fosters competition, comparison, and a constant feeling of being inadequate. But this is an illusion. Buddhism teaches us that the universe is abundant, that opportunities are limitless, and that the success of one does not diminish the potential of another. When you embrace abundance, you recognize that there is always enough love, enough success, enough growth to go around. The achievements of others no longer intimidate you. They inspire you. They serve as proof that what is possible for one person is possible for all, including you. But recognizing doubt and shifting your mindset are not enough. The real transformation happens through action. Doubt thrives in hesitation, in the moments where you overthink and second-guess yourself. It paralyzes you, keeping you stuck in place, afraid to take the next step. The longer you remain stagnant, the louder doubt becomes. Buddhism teaches that enlightenment is not achieved through idle contemplation alone, but through right action, intentional, mindful steps that lead you toward growth. The more you act, the weaker doubt becomes. Action is the antidote to hesitation. Each small step forward is a victory over fear, a declaration that you refuse to be held back. And with each action, confidence grows, momentum builds, and the power of doubt shrinks. Doubt is loudest when you forget how capable you truly are. It thrives when you focus only on what's ahead, rather than what you've already achieved. But look back for a moment. Reflect on the battles you've fought, the obstacles you've overcome, the moments where you proved to yourself that you are stronger than you once believed. In Buddhism, mindfulness teaches us to not only be present, but to honor the journey we've already traveled. Each victory, no matter how small, is evidence of your resilience, proof that you have faced challenges before and emerged stronger. You have already succeeded in ways you once thought impossible. That alone should silence doubt. Yet, we often forget. We become so consumed by future uncertainties that we dismiss past triumphs. We downplay our wins, thinking they weren't significant enough, when in reality, they are the stepping stones that led us here. Every challenge you have overcome is proof that you are capable of overcoming the next one. By choosing to reflect on your past wins, you remind yourself of who you truly are. You shift your focus away from fear and towards certainty. The certainty that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. The certainty that you have always found a way forward. And the certainty that you will continue to do so. Buddhism teaches that our journey is not linear. It is a continuous process of growth, learning, and transformation. Every experience, whether a victory or a challenge, serves a purpose. The more you recognize the lessons in your past, the more equipped you become for the future. The people we surround ourselves with shape the way we think, feel, and experience the world. They influence our self-belief, our mindset, and even the way we interpret success and failure. If you are constantly in the presence of negativity, whether it be discouraging people, toxic environments, or media that feeds doubt, then self-doubt will grow like a weed, deeply rooted in your mind. Doubt thrives in negativity. It feeds on fear, criticism, and the voices that tell you that you are not enough. The whispers of self-doubt are amplified when surrounded by those who reinforce them, whether intentionally or not. A single discouraging word from someone you trust can plant the seed of hesitation in your heart. An environment that lacks support and encouragement can make it nearly impossible to see your own potential. But the opposite is also true. When you are surrounded by people who believe in you, who uplift you, who remind you of your strengths, self-doubt begins to wither away. In Buddhism, the concept of kalyana mitta, spiritual friendship, is deeply valued. The Buddha himself emphasized the importance of surrounding oneself with wise and supportive companions, those who encourage growth, wisdom, and mindfulness. Just as a strong tree flourishes in rich soil and sunlight, we too thrive when nurtured by the right influences. But it's not just about people. The environment you create for yourself plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset. A chaotic, cluttered space can contribute to a restless mind, making it easier for doubt to take hold. But a space filled with calm, order, and intention supports clarity, focus, and self-assurance. Buddhism teaches that our external world mirrors our internal state, which is why mindfulness in all aspects of life, including our surroundings, helps us cultivate inner peace. Beyond people and physical spaces, the content we consume also shapes our thoughts. If your mind is constantly fed negativity, news that fuels fear, social media that breeds comparison, or entertainment that reinforces scarcity, you unknowingly condition yourself to view the world through a lens of doubt. But when you intentionally consume uplifting, inspiring, and educational content, you rewire your mind to believe in possibilities instead of limitations. Surrounding yourself with positivity doesn't mean ignoring reality or avoiding difficult conversations. It means being mindful of what you allow to influence your thoughts and emotions. It means choosing to be around those who add to your growth rather than those who diminish it. It means curating an environment, both physically and mentally, that supports the best version of yourself. Yet, by consciously surrounding yourself with positive influences, you create an environment where confidence can flourish and doubt has no place to grow. You reinforce the belief that success is not just something for others, it is something for you. But even in the most supportive environments, doubt can still creep in, especially when faced with setbacks. Many people believe that failure confirms their worst fears, that they are not good enough, that their dreams are out of reach, that they were foolish to try. But this is not the truth. Failure is not an indication that you are unworthy. It is simply feedback, a lesson, a teacher guiding you toward greater wisdom. In Buddhism, suffering is seen not as an enemy, but as a natural part of life, something to be understood and transformed. The same applies to failure. It is not a punishment, but an opportunity to grow. When failure happens, instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this? What part of this experience is teaching me something valuable? What can I do differently next time?" By shifting from self-judgment to self-inquiry, you turn failure into a powerful ally rather than a force that holds you back. Buddhism teaches that all things are impermanent, both success and failure. Just as joy is fleeting, so too is difficulty. This understanding frees us from attaching too much meaning to any single failure. It reminds us that no failure is permanent, no setback is final, and every moment offers the chance to begin again. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it. See it as a necessary part of the journey. Understand that each failure refines you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the success ahead. With every lesson learned, you move closer to your goals, not in spite of failure, but because of it. And when failure arises, self-compassion becomes crucial. Instead of harsh self-criticism, practice kindness toward yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would to a dear friend. Instead of reinforcing self-doubt, remind yourself that every great success story includes moments of failure. The mind is powerful, and the way you speak to yourself determines whether you rise or fall. If you tell yourself you are incapable, you will believe it. If you remind yourself of your resilience, you will embody it. To reprogram your mind for success, you must be intentional with the words you use. Every affirmation you speak is like planting a seed. At first, it may not seem like much, but with repetition and care, those seeds grow into an unshakable foundation of self-belief. Affirming your worth, your strength, and your potential is not about arrogance. It is about truth. You are more powerful than your doubts. You are more resilient than your failures. You are capable of achieving far more than you have ever imagined. And by consciously choosing to reinforce these truths every day, you begin to embody them, making doubt a thing of the past. The mind is like a garden. What you nurture will grow. If you constantly feed it doubt, hesitation, and fear, those thoughts will take root and flourish. But if you choose to plant seeds of confidence, clarity, and determination, they will grow just as surely, overtaking the weeds of uncertainty. Every thought you entertain is either reinforcing your power or diminishing it. Buddhism teaches that we are not victims of our thoughts. We are the observers, the cultivators of our inner world. The principle of mindfulness urges us to take control of the narrative running in our minds. Instead of allowing negative thoughts to spiral unchecked, we learn to redirect them, replacing destructive patterns with constructive ones. And one of the most effective ways to do this is through daily affirmations. Through repetition, affirmations carve new pathways in the brain, reinforcing a mindset of strength and self-belief. The words we speak, especially to ourselves, hold immense power. When we say, "I am strong, I am resilient, I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to," we are not merely reciting empty words, we are conditioning ourselves to think and act accordingly. The mind begins to align with these statements, shifting the way we approach challenges, setbacks, and even success itself. In Buddhism, right speech is a fundamental practice, emphasizing the importance of speaking with intention and truth. This doesn't just apply to how we communicate with others, it applies to our internal dialogue as well. If we constantly berate ourselves, criticize our own efforts, or reinforce messages of doubt, we are actively harming ourselves. But if we choose to speak to ourselves with kindness, encouragement, and belief, we create an internal environment where confidence naturally thrives. This practice does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending difficulties do not exist. Rather, it equips you with the mindset needed to face them head-on. A person who constantly tells themselves, "I can handle anything life throws at me," is far more likely to overcome obstacles than someone who reinforces self-doubt. The words we tell ourselves become the foundation upon which we build our lives. However, affirmations alone are not enough. They must be paired with action. Simply saying, "I am confident," will not make you confident unless you take steps that align with that belief. Affirmations set the stage, but action is what solidifies them into reality. Doubt cannot survive in the presence of action. When you hesitate, when you overthink, when you allow fear to paralyze you, doubt grows stronger. But when you move, when you take even the smallest step forward, doubt weakens. This is because action provides evidence that contradicts fear. It proves that you are capable, that you can handle uncertainty, that you can create momentum even when you don't feel entirely ready. Buddhism emphasizes the practice of right action, one of the core elements of the Noble Eightfold Path. It teaches that enlightenment is not found in stagnation, but in purposeful movement, in taking steps toward growth with mindfulness and intention. Every action taken in alignment with your highest self brings you closer to mastery, not just mastery of skill, but mastery of self. It's easy to wait for the perfect moment, to tell yourself that you will act once you feel more confident, more prepared, more certain. But the truth is, confidence is not a prerequisite for action. It is a result of it. The most confident people are not those who never experience doubt, but those who act despite it. They build confidence through experience, through trial and error, through proving to themselves that they are capable. One of the most powerful ways to build confidence through action is to reflect on past successes. Too often, people focus only on what they haven't yet accomplished, on the road still ahead, on the skills they have yet to master. But they forget to look back and acknowledge how far they've already come. Buddhism teaches the importance of reflection, not as a way to dwell in the past, but as a way to draw strength from it. Every challenge you have overcome, every difficulty you have faced, every moment where you doubted yourself but pushed forward anyway, these are proof of your resilience. They are evidence that you are stronger than you think, that you have already conquered obstacles you once feared. And so, as you continue forward, let your past successes be a reminder. You are not someone who gives in to fear. You are not someone who lets doubt dictate their life. You are someone who takes action, who rises to challenges, who has already proven their strength time and time again. Every success, no matter how small, is a testament to your ability to overcome. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that no obstacle is insurmountable, no dream is too far out of reach. Doubt may whisper in your ear, but it is not the truth. The truth is in your actions, your resilience, your unshakable will to keep moving forward. And as long as you keep moving, doubt will never have power over you. Doubt thrives in the shadows of hesitation, in the spaces where fear lingers and indecision takes hold. But the moment you bring light to those shadows, through action, reflection, and self-awareness, doubt begins to fade. It loses its power because it can no longer hide behind uncertainty. When you step forward, even when you are afraid, you prove to yourself that doubt is nothing more than a fleeting illusion, an echo of fear that carries no real weight unless you allow it to. But in order to fully break free from its grasp, you must also be mindful of the company you keep. The energy you allow into your life will either lift you up or drag you down. And when it comes to self-belief, the influence of those around you cannot be underestimated. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of wise and supportive friendships, kalyana mita, the idea that our companions on the path of life influence our spiritual and personal growth. The Buddha himself taught that the people we walk alongside can either illuminate our journey or lead us astray. Just as a lotus thrives in pure water but withers in polluted surroundings, our minds flourish in an environment of encouragement, wisdom, and support. So ask yourself, who do you allow into your world? Do they encourage you to move beyond doubt, or do they reinforce it? Do they remind you of your strengths, or do they make you question them? Do they challenge you to grow, or do they hold you back in the name of comfort? Sometimes, The most profound act of self-care is choosing to distance yourself from those who do not align with your growth. This does not mean cutting people out of your life with resentment or anger. It means being mindful of whose voices you allow to shape your thoughts and beliefs. It means consciously seeking out those who inspire you, who push you to become better, who remind you that you are more capable than you realize. Beyond the people you surround yourself with, your external environment also plays a role in shaping your mindset. A cluttered space can create a cluttered mind. A chaotic environment can make it harder to find clarity and focus. Buddhism teaches that our surroundings reflect our inner state, which is why creating an environment of peace and order can have a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. In Buddhism, the concept of right mindfulness teaches us to be aware of what we allow into our consciousness. Just as we choose the food we eat to nourish our bodies, we must choose the thoughts and influences we allow to shape our minds. If we consume doubt, we become doubtful. If we consume confidence, we become confident. This is where many people give up. They see failure as confirmation that their doubts were correct. They take setbacks personally as evidence that they are not meant for greatness. But this is not the truth. Failure is not a sign that you are incapable. It is simply feedback. It is life's way of showing you where adjustments need to be made, where growth is required, where lessons must be learned. In Buddhism, suffering is not seen as something to be avoided, but as something to be understood. The same applies to failure. It is not something to fear, but something to learn from. The greatest mistake you can make is believing that failure is final. It is not. It is a redirection, a recalibration, a necessary step on the path to mastery. Every successful person in every field has failed more times than they can count. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is simple. Those who succeed do not allow failure to define them. The moment you realize that failure is just another experience, no different from success in its impermanence, you stop fearing it. You begin to see it for what it truly is, a necessary part of growth. And with that realization, doubt loses its final weapon against you, because now you know the truth. You are not your failures. You are not your past mistakes. You are not the doubts that once held you back. You are the person who rises, the person who learns, the person who continues forward, regardless of how many times you fall. And with that, self-doubt has no choice but to step aside, because now you are unstoppable. Doubt may try to whisper its way back into your mind, but now you recognize it for what it is, a passing thought, a voice that carries no real power unless you choose to listen. You no longer mistake it for the truth. You no longer allow it to dictate your actions. You have seen beyond its illusion, and in doing so, you have reclaimed your strength. Buddhism teaches that nothing in life is fixed. We are not static beings. We are constantly evolving, learning, adapting. The moment we believe that we are stuck, that we have reached our limits, that we cannot change, we fall into the greatest illusion of all. In truth, there are no limits, only the ones we impose upon ourselves. When you begin to see yourself as someone who is always growing, always learning, always capable of more than you once believed, doubt loses its grip entirely. It can no longer convince you that you are not enough, because you understand that you are always becoming. You are always in motion, always expanding, always moving closer to the fullest expression of your potential. In Buddhism, the concept of Shoshin, or beginner's mind, is a powerful reminder of the importance of remaining open to growth. It teaches that the most dangerous mindset we can adopt is one that believes it already knows everything, that resists change, that refuses to evolve. The beginner's mind, on the other hand, remains curious, open, willing to learn. It does not see failure as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to gain deeper understanding. If you embrace this mindset, if you choose to see yourself as an eternal student, doubt will never have a place in your life again. Because doubt thrives in stagnation, in resistance, in the belief that you cannot grow beyond your current circumstances. But when you welcome growth, when you see yourself as someone who is constantly improving, doubt becomes irrelevant. And through this persistence, they transform. You have already done this countless times in your life. Think back to when you first learned something new, a skill, a talent, a lesson that once seemed impossible. At first, there was doubt, there was struggle, there were mistakes, but you kept going, you improved. And eventually, what once seemed difficult became second nature. This is how growth works. Not in a straight line, not without challenges, but through persistence, patience, and the willingness to keep learning. And when you adopt this mindset, not just as an idea, but as a way of life, you become unstoppable. Doubt no longer holds power over you because you no longer see yourself as someone who is limited. You no longer believe that failure defines you. You no longer wait for confidence before you take action because you understand that confidence is built through action. You step forward regardless of fear. You take risks knowing that even if you stumble, you will rise stronger. You trust yourself, not because you are free of doubt, but because you no longer allow it to control you. And in this trust, you find the ultimate freedom, the ability to shape your life, to create your reality, to move beyond fear and into the boundless potential that has always been within you. Every great master, every leader, every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary has faced doubt. The difference is that they did not let it define them. They did not let it dictate their choices. And neither will you, because you have already seen through the illusion of doubt. You have already proven to yourself that you are capable, that you are resilient, that you are far stronger than you once believed. And then the next. Because that is how greatness is built. Not in giant leaps, but in small, consistent steps forward. Every time you choose action over hesitation, every time you choose belief over doubt, every time you choose growth over fear, you solidify the truth of who you are, someone who is capable of achieving anything. This is the moment you stop questioning your potential. This is the moment you stop holding yourself back. This is the moment you step fully into your power. Doubt may still try to return from time to time, but now it will no longer find a home in your mind. Because now you know the truth. You are limitless, and nothing can stand in your way. There will come moments when the old voice of doubt attempts to creep back in, whispering the same tired fears, trying to pull you into its familiar grip. But now, you see it differently. It no longer has the power it once held over you. It no longer feels like an unshakable truth. It is simply a thought, a fleeting shadow that can be acknowledged and dismissed. You have walked through the fire of self-doubt and emerged stronger. You have proven to yourself that hesitation is nothing but an illusion, that fear is merely a test of your resolve, that every limitation you once believed in was never real to begin with. You now understand that you are not a prisoner of your past, nor are you bound by the opinions of others. You are the creator of your own destiny, the architect of your own potential. In Buddhism, the principle of anatta, or not self, teaches us that we are not fixed beings. We are not the same person we were yesterday, and we will not be the same person tomorrow. We are ever changing, always evolving, always capable of becoming more than we ever imagined. When doubt arises, remind yourself of this truth. You are not defined by a single moment of fear. You are not defined by a temporary setback. You are not defined by anything other than the choices you make in this moment, right now. And in this moment, You have the power to choose confidence, to choose action, to choose growth. If you were to look back at your journey from the perspective of your future self, the version of you who has already achieved everything you dream of, what would that person tell you? Would they tell you to hesitate, to stay small, to let fear win? Or would they remind you of your strength? Would they tell you to trust the path, to embrace the uncertainty, to move forward regardless of the fear? You already know the answer. The wisdom of Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from attachment. Attachment to fears, to old stories, to the belief that we must control everything before we can succeed. But freedom comes when we let go, when we release the need for perfection, when we embrace the unknown and move forward anyway, when you stop trying to silence every doubt and instead recognize it as just another thought. It loses its grip on you. You no longer react to it. You no longer believe it defines you. You simply acknowledge it and keep moving. And this is where true confidence is born, not in the absence of doubt, but in the ability to walk forward despite it. Every step you take in the direction of your dreams is an act of defiance against fear. Every action you take is proof that doubt was never the truth. Every moment you choose courage, you reshape your destiny. There is nothing standing between you and the life you are meant to live except the beliefs you choose to hold on to. And now you no longer choose doubt. You no longer choose hesitation. You no longer choose fear. You choose certainty. You choose belief. You choose the power that has always been within you. This is your moment. The version of you who hesitated, who second-guessed, who allowed doubt to dictate their life. That version no longer exists. You have stepped into something greater, something stronger, something unstoppable. And from this moment on, there is no turning back. Because you now understand a truth so few ever realize. You were never limited. You were never unworthy. You were never incapable. Doubt was simply a shadow, and you were always the light. And now you shine.